Hello, my friend. I'm Cami, creator of the blog and YouTube channel Tidbits and Company. And I thought I'd share with you some updates that are happening at the Lavender Blue Farm as we are entering into the early days of fall. The earth is turning golden and I can sense the beginnings of a new season upon us, and it's very exciting. I absolutely love the fall, but I thought I'd share with you some of the projects my husband and I are working on for this time of the year, some cozy and nourishing recipes, and even give you an update on our lavender farm. I love early fall because of the color changes around our area. Everything is starting to look more golden. Lots of browns, lots of neutrals. We move from a season of vibrant green everywhere into golden fields of hay and grasses that are looking brown. And while we may tend to think that everything looks dead and lifeless, I actually find a lot of beauty in the new color palette that Earth is offering us. So I wanted to bring in a reflection of the outside into our home, our little cozy cottage here at the Lavender Blue Cottage. And so I dug through my linens, my decor pieces to see what kind of neutral linens I had. I even remembered that I had this more vibrant blue duvet cover that I thought I'd play around with on my bed to add a little bit of vibrant color to the season. But for the majority, I'm looking at more neutral linens, especially in our living room area. That is very neutral color palette inspired. So I took out some of the things that were more spring and summer, like the floral pillow covers, and grabbed pillow covers that were more textured and just reminded me of what I am seeing outside when I go on my daily walks and when I look out the window. Just these more earthy tones and beautiful colors that are coming this fall. I actually love that we have this living room that I have focused more on neutral and natural colors, and then we have a lot of blues throughout the rest of the house and more vibrant colors. It allows me to have like the best of everything that I like, because I love a room that is just doused in neutral tones, but I also like a lot of color. So it's really fun to just embrace what each room is bringing and work with the room for the color palette. All right, I am super excited to share with you today's video sponsor, but just a quick thought on that I've been wanting to share with you guys. Thank you for listening to my sponsored sections on my videos. They truly are the means to which I am able to create these free videos for you every week. So thank you for taking a minute to listen, and I'm so excited to share with you this company called BURGA, which I discovered actually watching my friend Sarah's video from She Holds Dearly YouTube channel. Definitely check her out. But she shared these products, and then I actually got to see her phone cases in person on our little YouTuber retreat, and I got to feel them, and I was so impressed with the quality and how cute they were. So I was even more excited when BURGA reached out and wanted to work with me as well so that I could share their stylish products with you. So I am showcasing some of their phone cases today. I've got this darling green one on my phone right now that matches the laptop cover and the notebook that they sent me. These feel so good. They're such high quality, and I am just absolutely loving them. Let me tell you a little bit more about BURGA and what they create. They really set out to make our everyday products look a little more stylish or be more in line with our style and our preferences. I was so amazed just cruising over there, like over 300 designs. I think we could all find something that would fit into our styles or be something that we'd love to look at to include on our phones or computers. They have notebooks, many other things that you can take a look at on their website. I don't always love that I have to be attached to my phone and my computer, but for us at least, these items are essentials to keep our businesses going. And so I love that I can still make them beautiful. I've talked to you guys before about how much I love and appreciate beauty. And even these everyday items, it's such a joy for me to make them suit my style and even my home and kind of combine the things that I love, even on something as simple as a phone. I loved learning that BURGA also produces the items when we make an order, so that decreases a lot of the waste or overproduction that we see in this world. Their products are not only super pretty, but they're built to be very protective. They provide a great grip around the phone case and protective edges in case you drop them, as we know that sometimes happens with our phones. So anyway, I hope you'll take a minute after you watch this video to check out BURGA. I will leave a link in the description below. But I think these are such a great gift idea, especially for like young adults. Maybe your teenagers have a device that you want to be protected and to look like them. So such a fun gift idea to get them something that suits their style. I am pretty much going to have to fight off my daughters for this awesome notebook. I make notebooks and planners, and just feeling this one in my hand and the quality and how beautiful it is so nice, and I just love that I have a notebook that matches my phone. It's such a cute little feature. What's even more exciting is BURGA has some awesome sales running right now. So it's their end of summer sale. So if you use my link, which I will include in the description below, you will get a 20% off. But what's even more awesome is that they've given me a coupon code for you to use. It's CamiX5, and that will get you an additional 5% off of your purchase. To top it all off, right now, you get 4 phone cases for the price of 2. So put 4 of them in your cart, and you're only gonna pay for 2 of them. Stack these discounts and codes, and you're getting yourself a great deal. All right, friends, let's get on with the video, but thank you so much for taking a minute to listen about BURGA and to support this channel in that way. After I refreshed the linens in our home, I remembered that last year I had actually bought a lot of dried floral stems and had stored them away. I remembered a wreath that I got on a super great sale, so I went into storage and pulled a bunch of these out and was relieved that they held up pretty good. I love these little dried daisies. I'm not even sure what they are really, but they're so sweet and cute. If I remember right, I got them from Joann's before they closed down. So anyway, really cute, but I love how all of these stems are just in this neutral color. To me, these are exactly what represents what's going on outside. Things are drying up, turning brown, and it's just fun to bring them in the home. On these early fall days, I feel like that's what I'm seeing as more of the neutrals versus the later fall season where things are going to be really vibrant and orange and red and yellow. So it's fun to just sprinkle some of this in. It doesn't take a whole lot of time and effort, but I can see myself bringing more of those vibrant colors in the later fall season. Anyway, I just gathered some of these stems, and I even think these pieces I may have clipped from outside, or at least some of it, which is also something really great that you can do. Just go for a walk outside and clip some of the weeds or wheat grasses that are growing and bring them into your house. Hold on to them through the years, and you can sprinkle them around your home every early fall. I put all these stems in like crocks, baskets, vases, and just place them around the home. It was a simple change, but it felt really good and gave me an opportunity to just sit back and relax and enjoy what I did for the day. While I was doing this, I remembered I'd bought this English Cottage book, and it was so beautiful. The images were so inspiring, and it was very nice to just sit back and relax in my clean and decorated home and enjoy a second to myself. Of course, the entryway is always fun to decorate for fall, and I took down my spring wreath that I love to put up and swapped it out for this more early fall seasonal wreath. It was in storage for a while, so it took some fluffing up, but I love this wreath so much with, again, the little dried daisy flowers in there. If you know what those are, let me know, but they look like dried daisies to me. I just hung a little basket here by the front door, added some more false stems. And I refreshed the porch bench that we have out here with a more neutral blanket, a leather pillow that'll probably hold up through the cooler weather a lot better. Last thing I wanted to do today was to get some of the linens washed and hung out on the clothesline. I have a tutorial for this clothesline if you didn't get to see that, but I just love this, especially in the warmer months when things dry so fast out here. Nothing in this world is quite as wonderful as sun-dried linens on a warm sunny day. They just feel crisp and they smell so wonderful. It's just one of my favorite things to do to kind of romanticize my life, but it's so rewarding, and I love to crawl into a bed where all the linens have been sun-dried. And I was getting pretty excited to try out these new really vibrant blue duvet cover and pillow covers on my bed. So we're gonna get these all dried and then pull that together. Now let me take you into Mr. Tidbit's shop. He's actually building one of those curbside lending libraries for our house. I'm so excited to see what he's going to come up with and to put this out there and have people just swap books, grab a book, give a book. It'll be really fun. So let me show you what he's making. All right, what'd you build here?
So I got all my extra tongue and groove on that side. I have a bunch of 1x4s I just stacked on that to give it strength.
Okay, so which is the outside? It's going to be the tongue and groove?
This will be the outside. So I'll take these boards and I'm going to go like that all the way up.
Why not use the tongue and groove on the outside?
Because this will look like our house.
Oh, cute. You're brilliant. So this is leftover wood from your saunas?
Mm-hmm. And the roof.
Clever. Oh, you already built it.
Part of it. So the roof's going to be the same thing. I'm going to put these pieces like this. So it'll be a...
Oh, cute. So those are like little tiny shingles.
Yep.
What progress you made. Hey, it looks like a house. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. I didn't know you were doing that. You're doing that on all the sides?
Yeah. Gotta make it look like our house.
It's gonna be so cute. Look at that. That is cool wood. It's like multi-toned. We're gonna be the coolest kids on the block. See the lavender? I don't think you like it. I don't think you like it. I kept one of the kittens. It's kind of nervous around people. Oh, they like to play though. Hello, hello. Let me share with you a recipe I feel like I've been making a lot lately. These are our dinner roll recipes made from freshly milled flour. So under this curtain, I keep a lot of the buckets of different kinds of grains. Today I'm using hard white wheat, but I've also made this recipe with hard red and spelt, and it turns out great. So I will leave this recipe for our dinner rolls down in the description below. They can be found on my blog at tidbitsandcompany.com. But I love freshly milling our flour right before I bake. I've noticed they just taste so amazing. They're so moist and flavorful. And of course, when you freshly mill them right before you bake, you're getting the optimal amount of nutrition from these wonderful grains that are so packed full with things that our bodies need. And this is a really simple recipe. I'm using packaged yeast, not sourdough, so they come together fairly quickly with just a couple of sessions of proofing and rising. But I feel like the secret to this recipe is butter. When you use butter for the fat in these rolls, it just makes them flaky, buttery, and so delicious. And you can go ahead and use like a mixer. I have a Bosch that I love a lot, but sometimes I just find it easier to mix it up in a bowl, then I don't have to clean the Bosch and all the hardware that goes with it. And it's also a little therapeutic to just knead the bread for about 5 minutes. It's there's something about putting your hands to your food, and it's really enjoyable for me. So a lot of times I just find that I get out a bowl and do the mixing by hand. And I will leave a link below for you guys where I list all of my bread making supplies that I use almost daily for you if that's something you want to get into as well. Now I'm being a little picky about these dinner rolls. I like to weigh them. I believe I'm going for about 3 ounces each. This makes them all fairly uniform in size, and so it just looks really nice. And I don't know, I guess I'm just being a perfectionist here, but it's something I really enjoy doing. So you can see how I shape these rolls. I like to flatten them out and then kind of pull the edges in together. And then I place it on the countertop with my hand in a little cupped C shape. And then you just rotate them against the surface. I actually find if this surface is a little sticky, that doesn't have very much flour, it will do a really good job at seaming the dough all together, and it gets you this beautiful uniform shape of dough that's ready to rise for the last time before you bake them. Now I've made these rolls spaced out more like this on a sheet pan, but you can also really pack them in like a baking dish with taller edges. Then they get kind of more smushed together and create those like pull apart rolls that you can do. So any way you want to shape it, but this is what I did this time. I mean, just look at how moist and golden and beautiful these are. To me, they just scream fall. It's like harvest time, and nothing is better than a roll straight from the oven, packed full of whole grains. Let me share with you this really simple, like quick dinner or lunch idea. I'm using a lot of the produce that's coming in the garden and the fruit stands or vegetable stands, wherever you go. We have so much zucchini, so I'm always trying to figure out ways to use it. So for this recipe, well, you don't even really need a recipe at all. I'll just tell you what I'm doing, but I'm chopping a bunch of just green veggies. I've got, of course, zucchini. These are leeks. I love the flavor of leeks. They almost have like a licorice taste, so they add a real nice flavor. I grabbed some kale and chopped it up really fine, and I also included some cabbage. I love cooked cabbage. I love the crunch and texture that it adds to a meal, so I chopped up a lot of that. And then to cook it, I just put a little bit of chicken or vegetable broth at the bottom of the pan. We're basically just softening all these vegetables. All of these vegetables cook really fast, so we're just cooking them in a bit of broth and letting them simmer a little bit till everything's nice and soft. I believe I also added some olive oil in there to get it some good healthy fat and another depth of flavor. So once those were all steamed and softened, you can just pile it high on a plate. Then I also added some ground turkey on top of it that I seasoned with herbes de Provence. My husband and I have discovered that lavender and meat are a match made in heaven, kind of like peanut butter and jelly. So herbes de Provence has lavender in it, and it tastes so good on meats. All right, the time has come to make the bed again. So I took off the white duvet cover that we have had here all spring and summer. I actually really love white bedding. It just feels so clean and crisp. to me, so I love it all season long, but I'm excited to try these blue ones. I don't know that this blue is necessarily a fall color, but it's going to create kind of a cozier space, I think, more than fresh and light, which is something I usually crave spring and summer. So we're gonna try it out on the bed this time and see how I like it. All this bedding is 100% linen. I am definitely a diva when it comes to my bedding. I love linen bedding, have for years. It's my absolute favorite thing to sleep in. So I cover my bed with linen as much as possible. So here we are with the bed and the new duvet cover on. I'm not sure I love the dark pillowcases, so I may swap those out for just white. I think it's too much contrast, but nonetheless, we got the bed all made and it feels super cozy in here. I'm out here in the lavender field, and I thought I need to show you guys, give you an update of what it looks like a few months after we planted it. So we planted all these little lavender plugs, just about this big, late spring, and have just nurtured them and loved on them for months, weeded them constantly, but they're growing and it's so exciting. So let me show you. Isn't that cool? You can actually see the little lavender plants. This is about 3,500 lavenders. We've got several different varieties in here. Maybe I'll walk down and show each one. And then we've designed like a U-pick area over there where you can see those wood boxes. So let's get up close. This first row is Opal Rain. I tried to find a little bud here. You see that one? Opal Rain is a white lavender. It smells so amazing. So we have that variety. Then we have a row of Melissa. And this one is little white buds. Oh, bug. I'm such a wussy. Oh, it's not focusing. There we go. Little white buds, but they flower pink. It's so beautiful. We've got several rows of Provence, which makes a really great all-purpose herb. And they're not flowering yet, but I don't think we'll see flowers on them until next year. Provence is actually one that has a little bit of a peppery taste to it. It's a great culinary one. They use it in herbes de Provence a lot. But these plants are strong, like they took off right away, so they just look really healthy. Okay, I'm walking down the Melissa Lilac. I'm trying to find one that's blooming. Oh, here we go. Melissa Lilac is, I think, becoming one of my favorites. They're so velvety. They're just a beautiful kind of purple gray color, but they look like little buds of velvet and they smell amazing. So I'm glad we did several rows of that. These are several rows of Fulgate. Looks like I need to get out here and weed. This bindweed just won't stop. But yeah, Fulgate is a great one, very multi-purpose. We do have a couple of empty rows. We tried to order this variety for planting in the fall, but we couldn't get them. So we'll have to wait till spring. They'll be a little bit behind their neighbors, but we could only get so many. Then we have several rows of Buena Vista. This stuff will not stop blooming. I think it's like a constant bloomer. And the thing is, we want to get these clipped so that all the energy from the plant goes down into the roots this first year. So I need to get out here and clip these. It's like doing 300 squats. It makes me so sore, but they just won't stop blooming. But it's so pretty and it gives me a lot of encouragement that they're growing, they're happy here in our soil. These 3 rows are Avis Hill. They're huge and they're out of control too. I need to get out here. This is a deep, dark purple. It's gonna be beautiful. I fell in love with Avis Hill when we went to the lavender conference, and the smell, like you could smell all different kinds of varieties of oils, and the smell was intoxicating to me, so I knew I wanted to do some Avis Hill. But it's a beautiful color. Then at the end of the field we have our Royal Velvet, another absolute favorite of mine. The smell is my favorite. This is just a beautiful standard lavender form. It's very universal for essential oils, crafts, but we've got it blooming as well. I got to get out here and cut it. We did lose some of these and had to replace plants, so they're not all the same size this year, but hopefully they'll catch up to each other. And we actually have like, I think about 300 more royal velvet plants coming next week, so we've got to re-prep these rows and the water lines. We're hoping that they'll do okay this winter. You really want to get them in the ground in the spring around here because our winter is going to be harsh, so we're taking a risk, but I would rather like try and lose a little bit of them, and then hopefully keep some so that they have a head start in the spring. But so we're going to be planting again next week, which I'm actually kind of excited about, but there's also weeding and clipping to be done, and this is what my fall looks like. But I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. I feel an abundance of the Lord's blessings every time I come out here and see growth and progress. It's just amazing. Then let me give you a little vision for what we see in this, what we're calling the U-pick area. So it looks like a bunch of weeds, dead grass right now, but hopefully someday, if this is profitable, we can build a little building here, like a gift shop or a gathering area, maybe even a wedding venue. I don't know. I don't know where the Lord's going to lead us in this, but we're building it and hoping the vision will come. But this is like 30 different varieties here in this U-pick area that people can walk through, clip, learn about, discover all the fun varieties and colors and smells and shapes of lavender. My husband made these little boxes. We're going to put, well, not we're going to, we did put these little Thumbelina lavender plants in here. They just grow into these little bushes with really dense foliage. So they're really pretty. I love the Thumbelina ones, but I can't wait to see how this turns out with the different colors and varieties. It's quite a ways back there, but they're doing good. We're really excited. We just have to keep up on the weeding. We come out here and check the water levels and make sure they're getting just the right amount. And yeah, it's not much to look at right now, just a bunch of black weed fabric, but hopefully we'll cover that someday with wood chips or something pretty. Can you just imagine maybe like a bride and groom right here with lavender on both sides? I don't know. I don't even know if weddings is the route we want to take with all of this, but we're just like building it out for possibilities, you know? Just trying to get like a big vision of it, what it could be, and making sure we're not limiting ourselves down the road. So yeah, that's the lavender field. This is a big part of our fall project as we just finish it and get it ready. It should be producing pretty good next spring, and I'll have to figure out what to do with it all. How to sell it to you guys, what I can make with it. But the plants will still be fairly small in the fall or in the next spring. And then the year after that, they'll be like full, big producing plants. So I'm glad I have some time to figure this out. It's quite literally my favorite smell in the world. Do you like lavender? I know I've met some people who are like, I can't stand it, but I don't get it. It's divine. I get a lot of people asking me what we're gonna do with it. And the future's a little unclear on that, like I've mentioned. There's just a lot of possibilities. We can just sell buds, we can wholesale it, we can create our own products, we can create events off of it. Just a lot of options, so we'll probably build into them through the years. I also wanted to let you guys know, if you want to follow this lavender farm journey a little closer, I have created an Instagram account. The tag is Lavender Blue Farm. If you want to look that up on Instagram and follow along this journey that we're on and see how it goes from here. Thank you so much for joining me today as we enjoyed the abundance that these early fall days bring us, from amazing harvests, cozy food, and pretty decor. I hope you found some inspiration with me today. All right, my friend, I'll be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.